Boys, I'm gonna be honest with you. The new sneak peek got me all the way fucked up. Let's check it out. The most powerful being of the 10 realms had another descendant and is ready to spread her wings. The royal blood of Asgard. So we sort of knew that Asgard was the theme after the first sneak peek, but it gets pretty crazy. I think we should just roll the sneak peek so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So it picks up from the last sneak peek. And you're like, oh shit, it's the last sneak peek. But then it starts getting crazy. The music's on point. Enchantress on point. Huge blast. Ooh, she kicking, she flipping. Ooh. Boom. She yeets him. She just did a full body slide. Malekith comes in, not to be outdone. Yeets that dude into the water. Boom. Reinforcements have arrived. Yo, Angela and Odin. Not wearing a thong, unfortunately, but we can't have everything. And they charge into battle. I gotta say, I say this a lot. I know people meme on me. Oh, Alex is gonna spend 10 minutes praising the sneak peek team. He's never seen a sneak peek this good. Shut up. Have you seen a sneak peek this good? Have you seen a sneak peek this good? You haven't. That's what I thought. You know why? Because I haven't seen a sneak peek this good, and I've seen every single sneak peek. All right? On my tombstone, it's going to say Alex. It's not going to say Cynicalex. It's going to say he saw all the sneak peeks. It's not going to say that either, but that's not the point. The point is they made a movie, man. They made a movie at a time when they're releasing movies based on tweets. Okay? So this is really damn good considering we're on strike. They're on strike. So remember, this is the first one, right? This is the first sneak peek, right? Remember, this was the first sneak peek from whatever, 24 hours ago or 36 hours ago. And it picks up where that sneak peek left off. They made a movie. I cannot overstate how insane this is and how amazing it is. And you know what's really cool? Marvel Future Fight, unlike most other games, is going to look very similar to what you're seeing. You're not necessarily going to be fighting a group of, guards on the Bifrost, but we don't know. Some of the moves they're doing right now. Okay, probably not the move where he yeets the dude, right? But, Malekith flying up and diving down, that's probably going to be one of his skills, Enchantress popping that P and flying and dipping and diving and ducking and dodging. Who knows, right? She could do a full body slide in one of her skills. So it's very game accurate, bro. But not only that, but look at this. There's so many little details in here. Like, for example, that's my uncle. Okay, I know you can't really tell, but it's him. Now, what I want you to focus on is Malekith's sword. It's like quivering, right? See that? It's quivering. Now, these things, when they're animated, right? It's not like there's an automatic quiver. It's not like the rest of his body is vibrating like one of those chairs at the mall that you put $1 in. So they animated that on purpose to show how much he wants to kill this dude. There's so much storytelling in here. It's literally a movie. And then we get to the best part, the actual sneak peek, because frankly, you get 41 seconds into the sneak peek and you're like, we actually haven't seen anything new. Is it just going to be Enchantress and Malekith? Did they make 2 sneak peeks for 2 characters, right? Like show both in both? No. It's 2 sneak peeks for 4 characters. So let's get it. What do we got? We got Angela coming through looking badass as hell. She's got wings now. Okay, she's a Valkyrie, presumably. I don't know. Yeah, and she's got this like sick ass barbarian armor. She looks sick. Okay, and then you got Father Odin with the triple beard, the triple braid beard. He's got the helmet, he's got the eye patch, he's got Mjolnir, and he's got Sleipnir. Bro, he's ready to put you to fucking sleep. He's gonna hit you with that Odin sleep, and you're gonna die in every lifetime. So look at this, 2 versus 2. And he summons the energy, whatever. All right, the one thing I will say is if I had to be as critical as possible, because I know you guys don't like it when I'm too critical, and I know you guys don't like it when I'm not critical, right? Like, oh, Alex is being such a softie. The running animation is a little bit rushed. Like, there's too many strides happening. It still looks really good, man. But if I had to be super picky, I know some people were laughing at this. Like, Angela, those legs are like Usain Bolting, you know? Her legs are just moving too... I guess what it is, maybe there's a disconnect. To be very nitpicky, her legs are moving too fast for the amount of distance that she's covering. Same with the horse. The horse's legs are moving like a centipede. So if there was a way to move them slower, but that's probably a very difficult thing to animate, right? So I'm not saying that they did a bad job, and I'm super grateful that they animated this. This looks like, look at this, looks gorgeous, bro. And I'm not talking about the boobs, bro. The whole thing looks gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely wild. They crushed it, bro. They absolutely crushed it. So let's talk about it. We know Enchantress is getting a new uniform and potentially a tier 3. We know Malekith is getting a new uniform and potentially a tier 3. So that's 2 tier 3s. Then we know that Odin's getting a uniform and Angela's getting a uniform. Now you're probably wondering, because Odin's already tier 3 and Angela is already transcended. A lot of people forget about this. But yes, Angela was transcended a while back. It didn't bring the Angela fans out of the woodwork then because, frankly, Angela wasn't good. But it did bring them out now. So, yeah, Angela's already, you can see there, she's already transcended. So she could be a tier 4 candidate. I'm not saying she's going to be a tier 4 candidate. I'm not even saying she deserves to be a tier 4 candidate because she's not a very popular character. Yes, I'm talking to you. But on Odin's side... Okay, when they land, on Odin's side of things, you can see right here, right next to my camera, they did the same thing except there's 4 lines. So for most players, what that means is Odin is getting a tier 4. So Odin is getting a tier 4. I don't know. I don't have a better way of explaining that, but I believe Odin's getting a tier 4. Angela could be getting a tier 4. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go that far, but for sure, Odin is getting a tier 4. So if we go ahead and go back to the text here, it says, check out the new look and powers of the King of Asgard and the Warrior of Heaven. So it's a bit unclear as to whether she's getting a tier 4 as well. It would be weird for them to drop 2 tier 4s in one update because they like to spread them out, right? We've seen that they drop 3 tier 4s in an update cycle, but they're always 2 weeks apart. And that gives the whales time to unblock their credit cards, etc., etc. We will announce more information through the update details later. So this is the last sneak peek. I know only 2 sneak peeks seems very short, but on the flip side, one, they're amazing sneak peeks. Quality over quantity, all day, every day. That's the first thing. Second thing is, even though it's 2 sneak peeks, it's 4 characters. So if they had split it up and done 1 sneak peek for 1 character, which is what they traditionally do, then this would have been 4 sneak peeks. And 4 sneak peeks, frankly, is a lot of sneak peeks. So I think this is totally fine. The only thing I am worried about, if I'm going to be perfectly honest and perfectly fair, is there are no new characters. And I know that maybe Kang is going to be coming in the mid-month, and that he will be the new character, but I was kind of hoping we would see an Asgardian, like a new Asgardian character, because there's still so many cool Asgardians. We talked about Freyja, we talked about Hercules, Zeus. Like, there's just a lot of characters available that they could have chosen to add to the game. So I'd be a little bit disappointed if we don't see a new character because of, like, in spite of Kang, basically, or because of Kang. Now, as far as the cycle goes, I want to make another prediction because I made a prediction last time and I was bang on, baby. I said Wolverine and Sabretooth, and then a week later it was going to be Spider-Gwen to separate Gwen and Miles because they're both speed tier 4s. Now, I believe the devs are going to do this again. So here's what I think is going to happen. This is just my speculation. Could be completely wrong. So Odin's going to get the first tier 4. Boom. Right? In a few days, Odin tier 4 is going to drop. People are going to exhaust their universal books of Vishanti. Keep that in mind. Because then 2 weeks later, we're going to get the summer uniforms. Now, of course, the old summer uniforms are going to come back. Iceman, the old Enchantress, Silk, Quicksilver, and of course Storm. And then they're going to drop the new summer uniforms. Whether that is, Luna and somebody else, or whether that's Mystique, or whether that's Rogue and Gambit, or whether it's somebody else completely out of left field. You know, Summer Hyperion in a thong, whatever. It can't be Hyperion because we're not going to get another Universal. The only thing I can guarantee is the Summer uniforms are not going to be Universal. They're not, because well, certainly whoever's the tier 4 in the Summer uniforms is not going to be Universal. And also from what I've seen, or from what we've seen, a lot of the paywall uniforms end up being the ones that get upgraded. So in the case of Storm, she was also the tier 4. So I'm guessing it's going to be a female character who's going to be getting the tier 4 in the mid-month, and they're not going to be Universal, which means they have to be Combat Speed or Blast. And then that kind of narrows down your field. Like, it could be Emma, it could be Magic, but you know, you sort of get what I'm saying. There's not that many options. And then I think 2 weeks after that, or a week after that, they're going to drop Kang tier 4, and he's going to be the sort of the second Universal that they give us, because they obviously have shown recently that they want to milk the whales by staggering tier 4s of the same type. So they did Star-Lord, and then a gap with Gamora, and then they did Adam Warlock. So Blast, Speed, Blast. And then for this last update cycle, it was Speed, Combat Speed with Miles, Wolverine, Spider-Gwen, right? So I think they're going to do the exact same thing this time, and they're going to do Universal something Universal, and that second Universal would be Kang. Now, it doesn't have to be Kang. It could certainly be Hela. It could be so all the Asgardians essentially are Universal. So it could be Kang, it could be Hela, it could be Gore, for all we know. They could bring an Asgardian villain, and it could be him. It could be Null. We could go back to the first native tier 3 and give him a tier 4. It could be, you know, there's a lot of options here. It could even be Loki. They could tier 4 him ahead of TVA, the Loki TVA series season 2. It could be Jane Foster, right? She could get a tier 4 to join Thor and Odin. It could be Beta Ray Bill. It could be, because he's an Epic Quest character, and Star-Lord just got a tier 4, and he's an Epic Quest character. It could be Destroyer, right? There's a lot. There's actually, and I haven't even covered all of the Asgardians. Like, there's a lot of Asgardians who could be getting hit with that tier 4. So, and who are also Universal, of course. So yeah, that's the prediction. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of Odin and Angela joining the fray. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button. It helps out the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.